Okay, we are going to do as I said before and do something that's non-Lego, though I was actually going to do a fake Lego video, but I couldn't find the fake Lego thing. So, we'll do a crafty thing, and we're going to do this 3D Magic Dough Octopus, which looks kind of fun. I didn't pay $7 for it. So, let's open it. It's been a bit squashed, this box, so I hope everything's fine. What's the best way of opening this? I think there's little this way. No. Come on. I kind of don't want to ruin the box. That's all we had to do. So we have one little pot of that, some little pot of that, and a pot of this. And nothing. Oh, so we've got 3 colours, 4 colours, 5 colours, which makes sense. I hope it doesn't dry out when you put it back in the container. So I'm going to open this now. So it says it dries in 24 hours. So that should be fine. I can leave it on my desk or somewhere. So this is the main green bit, which is not actually really the same color as on the front. It's a bit darker on the front. But let's just read the instructions. So the instructions are: form a round body ball about 3.5 centimeters in diameter. Alright, well, I don't know. That's probably, that's enough. This is kind of gooey stuff, isn't it? Alright, it's quite fun to work with. It's not like normal plasticine. So is that about 3.5 centimeters in diameter? I actually have some digital calipers, and I don't have a clue where I put them, which is not a surprise when you think about it. Why would I have a clue? Okay, well, that doesn't matter. I have a ruler. Where's the ruler? Here we go. Here's a ruler with a magnet on it. A ruler which I undoubtedly found on the road. This is 2.5. So it needs to be bigger. I've got to get this right. So gotta make it round. It doesn't really look very good. Okay. I don't suppose those little lines kind of matter that much. Well, we just have to keep doing this. Alright, let's just check that this is going to be about 3.5. That's about 3.5. A little bit bigger, perhaps. So, just make it nice and smooth. I have no idea how to do this the proper way. That's about as good as it's going to get. Okay, there's the body. And then what do we have to do? And what's this? Press pencil into the top of the head and allow to dry. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? We're not going to allow it to dry. I don't have a pencil. I only have one of these pencils. So what do they mean? I'm going to read this. You don't need to read the instructions anyhow. Press the pencil into the top of the head to make a hole and allow to dry. Like, I guess like that. What's the hole for? Oh, there's a star that goes on the top. So there's a star there. Well, why does the octopus have a star on their head? Maybe this is a terrible thing to do. We can do this without having to let it dry. So, now the next part is form 8 sausage legs. So this is going to be actually kind of tricky. Because, well, I don't know. Well, I guess I have to make 8 blobs first that are all roughly the same size. And then I can turn them into legs. Because there's no other use for the green, so I want to use up all of the green on legs. That one's way too big. So there's the big extra big leg. I think these are too small because we're going to have, well, we've got 6 actually, so maybe not. Maybe I've got it just right. I don't think I have. I think some of these are a bit small. So that's probably about the right size. And how many have we got? 6. I think I've got 6. No, I've got 7. Alright, well, this one can be a bit bigger. So there's that one. And this one's obviously too small. So you can have a bit more. And these ones are obviously a bit small. So they can have a bit more. And these ones are a bit small. So that's not very useful. Which one's the largest one out of these? This one's That one, no, that one wasn't there. Okay, well that can have that bit, and I'm going to take a bit from you, and you can have that bit, and then you can have that bit, and well, one of them can be a bit, you know, small. I don't really know how octopuses work. Octopi. Maybe they all actually have like different length tentacles. Okay, that doesn't look right. How do they do it in there? So there's the picture. Let's look at the picture. They're not all the same. So obviously, you know, they don't expect you to get them perfect. So that's, I guess, kind of okay. This could be okay. So this one's going to be a bit bigger. I guess they want to do like that. They look a lot more, well, rounder in the picture, don't they? I think they do. Okay, here we go. That's that one. That one's fine. That's good. I think, no, that's as good as it's going to get. It doesn't look as good as their picture. Maybe I'll do a really long one, and then we'll see what happens if we do it this way. I think this was the way you were supposed to do it. Okay, well that looks better. Alright, okay, I'm going to undo this one. We don't have to undo it, we can just do this. It's like magic. That's too thin. Okay, there we go. This is actually trickier than you might expect. I shouldn't have to just look at the... No, that one's terrible. I don't know what happened with that one. But we haven't got all day, so we can't get it perfect. So we kind of get the... I kind of get the rhythm of it. So look at that one. There we go. That's a nice one. I hope I've done them all. Oh my goodness, they're all like the opposite way around. Oh, you can just turn them over, can't you? So I'm like, they're all anti-clockwise when they should be clockwise, but they're actually both. And this one's too pointed at the end. I don't know what that bit is. So we've got a bit of contaminant in there. Like that. Look at that one. Look at that one. It's fine. And we're almost there. So let's just spread this one out a bit and roll it up. I'm getting confident now. So, alright, and these ones are the small ones. So I think these ones are the small ones. Some of them they do feel quite different in size. So that one's not going to be quite as chunky as the. To be honest, I don't think I rolled that one properly. So they look like they've got peas in them or soybeans. Well, that one is terrible. Okay, well that's good. We've got to have a bad one in there somewhere. And what's next? The next thing is press each the leg. It keeps saying and allow to dry. Well, if we have to wait 24 hours for it to air dry, this will take you days to do. I can't possibly do that. So this goes in the top. Well, how is it supposed to look at it on the front? Oh, it goes like this. So they go like that. Oh, I think I should have done. I've got far too much bottom bit. I can see why it should have dried, right? It's moving around all over the show. All right. Well, actually, if I just put them down like this, then you're not going to crush them so much, and then it should be fine. That one's way too weird looking. Okay, here we go. That's fine, and I haven't ruined it too much. And they can go in there. All right, and you don't want them all bunched up right against the side. So there we go. All right, looking good, looking good. And now roll out the orange snake. An orange snake. What? Oh, right. This is for the goggle time. Yep, it's goggle time. Some people have mailbag time, and we're going to have goggle time. Just this once, though. It's not going to be a regular thing. Okay, take out the orange. Oh, which feels like it's actually set in the thing. I don't think this one's going to work. I think we've had a bit of a disaster with this one. That's a bit disappointing. Oh no, they won't be able to have goggles. Oh, this is what it goes like when you leave it out. Okay, that didn't work. So I'm assuming the blue's ruined as well. Well, the blue feels like it's okay. No, it doesn't. Well, that was, well, it's been sitting around for a long time. So the blue is useless. So this is just going to be like, oh well, that didn't work. Alright, so we don't even have to read the instructions. Like, oh, these still work. These ones are good. So that's at least something, because that would have been a pretty big disaster. We're going to have black goggles, I think, because there's not a lot of need for the black. There's just 2 little dots for eyes. So we can use the leftover. It feels like it's semi-set. Like it hasn't quite got there, but it's on the way. So we're supposed to make little tiny... They're going to have to be very small, aren't they? So that one's got 1 little dot there. It's not going to look like it does in the picture. Sorry. Because I think you're supposed to get them a bit more flush with the... But we can probably do that actually, because we haven't quite had it set yet. No, it's not quite finished drying after a couple of minutes. So, so we're going to have lots of the yellow left. It's just going to look like they've got little tiny lemon cake things on them. Well, I mean, that's true, because if you think about it, that's the #1 food source of octopus eyes, is lemon cake, which I used to be quite fond of back in the day. Alright, and then we've got to put 2 dots on, because otherwise it does look like they're just carrying around cakes, and we won't want them to do that, because in all seriousness. So we are going to do the age-old trick of making it look worse. Well, they could have like rolled up a whole bunch of things. I've actually had this stuff before, and it was like this fashion like model thing. It's like whatever those things that you put like your item of clothing that you're making and your sizing, those things that you can adjust in size. It came with one of those, and then you were meant to make with this kind of dough stuff an item of clothing, except didn't really work out, and it doesn't really set very well. It's not like, you know, plasticine or something. It sets all kind of spongy, and then it sort of falls apart. So it's not really the best thing in the world. Alright, so we've got that. So we're going to have to make the goggles, disappointingly, out of... So the goggles I'm going to make yellow, and then I'm going to make the snorkel black, because those are the only colours we've got left. And I'm going to make them with comically large ball eyes, because I think they look a bit boring, because they're flat. I don't know if that's going to come across, but that's a flat image, right? Those eyes don't look very... I guess they're being pushed in, but I want them to stick out like that. So that's going to be the front of my thing. Oh, we've got the star on the top. Well, that's good. We've got some of this left over. So don't forget the star on the top. And I do feel like I should have actually... So what we were going to do, the goggles were going to be this color. So we need just enough for a star. That should be enough for a star. And then we can use the rest of it, because there is a star on the top of the octopus's head, and I have no idea why that's there, but it does make it look cute. So we have to make a big long snake. Though I think that's way too long. It's got to be quite thin. So I'm just going to keep making it a snake, and then I'm going to... Like, it's just got to go around one time, like that. So just a bit more, and then it's got to be kind of thin. So we don't need that bit. So that star's going to be huge on the top now. What would you do with all the leftover? Say that the orange hadn't dried out. So actually, you can see exactly this is what it turns into, and it's just not that cool. Like, it would be nice. I think this would be better if it was the kind of stuff you stuck in the oven. So let's just turn this. I have to turn this around because I can't see what I'm doing. They're going to go into there, and then it's going to go around like that, and then they're going to have like that. Alright, I think I did that well. It looks exactly like the picture. Okay, and then we're going to have a black snorkel. Actually, we could mix these colours together, can't we? We don't have to. So what happens if we put the two together and we just munch them around a bit? Maybe we get a different colour. Or maybe we just get... It doesn't really mix that well. It is kind of mixing. I think we need more yellow, but I want to save the yellow for the star because I don't want to use the black for the star because that would look rubbish. Alright, so that didn't really help. Like it is no, it's not at all different. So the yellow's just been absorbed and will never be seen again. And there's like little traces of it, and I probably should have left it. And I think I've got too much for the snorkel, so that's kind of disappointing. So we're gonna keep that though. It's gonna be a giant snorkel. So, octopuses obviously have giant snorkels. Like none of this makes any sense. Octopuses don't need snorkels at all. What does that look like? It looks great. Okay, and now we have to do the star. So maybe it would be cool if the star, which I've actually not, I haven't got enough yellow for a good star. Well, how are we going to do this? We can do this with a pencil by pushing it in on the various sides. I probably should have read the instructions. It probably tells you how to make a star. Well, we've got to have 5 points. Yep, that's a star. Alright, well, we've got to squeeze it out a bit. So squeeze it out, and there. You can't really see what I'm doing, so I'm going to use this little black plastic thing, and then you can get a good picture of what I'm trying to do here, because the yellow isn't really going to show up against the white now, is it? Of course not. And this is not a very good way of doing this. Like, I know what you should be doing, which is cutting. Actually, if I stretch it out, that's what we do. We stretch it out like that. Kind of. So if I keep doing that, I might kind of get a shape that looks a little bit, surprisingly, like a star. Because I didn't think that was going to work. It's not a perfect star, but it's better than my previous effort. So that's kind of a star. It looks like from this angle on the camera, it looks like a star. Okay, so there was that hole in the head. Remember that hole in the head? Well, I covered it up. So that's okay because we can just make a new hole in the head. So this is supposedly going to help. So if I make this one a little bit more pointed at the bottom, then that can sort of fit in there, which is not how it should look, right? Because you want... There we go. Okay. No, we can't have it. What's the point of the hole then? I don't understand what the point of that hole was, because it's not really sticking to it. Stick. Because it's all going to fall off tomorrow, because I just put a dent in their head too. Well, I think that's actually great, and I think I'm proud of myself. So tomorrow it would be cooler if it was rock hard, but it won't be rock hard, it will be just spongy. It will be like this mess, and I'm going to put the black in here, and I'm going to cross my fingers that it won't actually harden up as well, because you never know what that will come in handy for. Well, wait. Alright, what else do octopuses? We could do like a big inks patch where they've shot out their defensive ink. What could we make out of this? Because it's probably going to dry out. I don't know. Well, what ridiculous thing? Because like here we've got an octopus wearing goggles to see things, and a snorkel for no reason, because it actually already lives under the water, and it has a star on their head for also no reason. So I'm just thinking we're going to make a telescope, because what else can we make? Alright, how's the easiest way? I want it to be flat so that I can roll it out. And I want it to be reasonably, so I want it mostly to be long and not to be wide. This is my plan, and I want it to kind of be square. Well, that's not going to happen. Alright, and then I'm going to roll it over like this onto its side. And it looks just like a log, really. It doesn't look like a telescope. And then I'll try and do this just briefly, and that's not going to work. And that's my telescope. That's a telescope. Can you see through there? Can you see the stars? Look into the stars. It's all. What does he say in 2001? I've completely forgotten. It's full of stars or something. Right, it's full of stars. Oh, I should have done that. I should have just made a monolith. But there you go. They've got that. And they need something to sit on. Well, actually, it's just their log. It's their octopus log. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching. That was terrible. I wanted to get this out of the way. It's been sitting there for yonks. And I'm quite happy with it. I don't think anybody... I wonder if anyone can do this really well and it comes out looking like... Oops. I didn't. I knocked the star off. Oh, knew it. Okay. Alright, well, we are going... I'm sorry, I'm just going to dig a bigger hole in the head. And they're just going to sit in there. Because otherwise it's... And then I'm going to press it up. And then I'm going to mix it in a bit on the bottom. Because I don't want that star to fall off. Alright, it's important. I don't see how all these things are going to stick together tomorrow. We kind of have to have them sitting on the log, otherwise the log, I mean it's become a log now, because otherwise, well no, they're carrying the telescope, otherwise it's going to fall off tomorrow. Otherwise, what was I going to say? Otherwise, yeah, I'm sticking it all together and it's done. But look at it, it does look kind of like, I don't think anyone gets it looking like that, even though this is 8+. I don't think anyone aged 8 would get that done. I'm sure there are lots of adults who can actually do this well. And it's a 3D Magic Dough octopus. Make your own. And it's by rugame.com. So I should have to look that up tomorrow and see what else exciting things they sell. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.